A passing family of 3 suddenly suffers a tire blowout. Their vehicle grinds to a halt. A high-heeled shoe is what punctured the tire. The man has no choice but to change the tire. His wife stands nearby, kindly holding an umbrella over him. Inside the car, their young boy calls out to his mother, and she responds warmly. Just moments after their gentle exchange, trouble arrives. The ones responsible for the accident are a female celebrity and her driver. The celebrity immediately tries to flee the scene. However, the kind-hearted Jeff ignores her wishes. He hurries out of the car to check on the injured woman and sees she needs urgent first aid. He turns to ask the celebrity to borrow her phone, yet she selfishly slams her car door shut. Seeing this, Jeff decisively smashes the car window and snatches her phone. Unfortunately, there is no cellular signal. Half an hour later, Jeff leads the group to a roadside motel. None of them realize this place will become an inescapable nightmare for everyone trapped here.
She will stop bleeding. Jesus, what happened? There was an accident, man. Please use your phone. Please.
The motel owner scrambles to dial for help, but the landline also has no signal. Jeff immediately says he will fetch a doctor from a nearby hospital. He drags the selfish celebrity out of her vehicle and speeds away. Shortly afterward, Jeff comes across Anna, whose car has broken down, and offers her a ride. Anna warns Jeff that the road ahead is flooded and impassable, suggesting they turn back. Desperate to reach medical help, Jeff disregards her warning and decides to try crossing the flooded stretch anyway. Moments later, the vehicle stalls in the deep water, leaving them stranded. The string of misfortunes pushes Jeff toward despair. Luckily, another car approaches carrying a newlywed couple, who agree to give them a ride after careful consideration. Back at the motel, the owner asks the celebrity for her ID to complete check-in formalities. When he spots her wallet stuffed with cash, greed flickers across his face. A noise outside signals Jeff and the others have returned. The newlywed woman waits to register and notices a magazine, while her husband sits quietly beside her. Strangely, the owner refuses to register Anna at first, as he holds strong prejudice against certain professions, and Anna's appearance leads him to assume her line of work. Even so, he assigns her room 7, and the newlyweds get room 6. Right then, another vehicle pulls up. The man inside claims to be a police officer transporting a prisoner. Jeff rushes over and tries to use the radio in the police car, only to find it fails to receive signals as well. Meanwhile, the injured woman's condition worsens rapidly. Her life will be at risk. With no other options, Jeff finds thread and a needle to tend to her wounds. From their conversation, he learns the man is the young boy's stepfather, and the two share a decent bond. Yet the boy looks shocked. The police officer is escorting the prisoner toward the guest rooms. Once they reach room 10, the officer locks the prisoner beside the toilet and heads to room 8 to check on the injured woman. By this time, Jeff has stabilized her condition. Night falls, and the small motel shakes amid harsh. Every guest here seems to harbor secrets. In room 10, a terrifying bloodstain marks the police officer's back. The celebrity in room 9 wanders around, searching for cell service. In room 8, the man mutters words to his wife. Anna counts money inside room 7. The newlyweds in room 6 sleep in separate beds. Jeff sits in room 3 and swallows several pills. As for the motel owner, he hides something secretly inside the storage warehouse, hoping to find signal. The celebrity tears down a curtain to use as a raincoat and steps outside to search for higher ground. Just as she thinks she might connect to the network, something terrible happens. Jeff, who had fallen asleep, is jolted awake by a scream. The yard is eerily silent, yet he finds curtain rings scattered on the ground. Jeff is a former police officer, and these small clues alert him to danger. He follows the trail of rings to where the celebrity was last seen, an elevated platform holding the motel laundry room. Uncanny noises drift out from inside. He pushes open the door and scans the room quickly. The first washing machine reveals nothing out of the ordinary. The second machine also holds no surprises. But when he opens the third washing machine, a head comes into view. It belongs to the celebrity. The motel owner and the police officer soon arrive at the scene, spotting a room 10 key next to the remains. Remembering the prisoner locked in room 10, they rush back to check. Sure enough, the prisoner has escaped. Everyone assumes he murdered the celebrity, so they gather in room 3 to discuss their next steps. To prevent further harm, Jeff tells everyone to stay inside safely, while he and the police officer head out to hunt the fugitive. Given the brutal storm, they believe the prisoner cannot have traveled far. Shortly after Jeff and the officer leave, chaos erupts inside room 3. The motel owner sneaks out, fixated on stealing the celebrity's wallet. The newlywed couple breaks into a fierce argument. The wife announces she is leaving, and her husband chases her, begging her to calm down. Back inside their room, their fight escalates. She admits she is not pregnant at all. She lied about the pregnancy to tie her husband to her side. The husband flies into a rage, for he married her solely because he believed she was expecting their child. The woman locks herself in the bathroom as he pounds violently on the door. The banging suddenly stops. She cautiously opens the bathroom door, only to witness a horrifying sight. Terrified, she climbs to the window and screams for help. She leaps down from the upper floor, landing right in front of the police officer and Jeff, who rushed over after hearing her cries. They burst into room 6 and witness a devastating scene. The newlywed husband lies lifeless in a pool of blood. His wife arrives moments later, overcome with grief. Meanwhile, the escaped prisoner flees the motel. Spotting light ahead, he runs toward it to hide, bursting into a dim restaurant only to realize he has never left the motel grounds. Jeff walks toward the building. The prisoner tries to hide, unaware the police officer has already circled inside. A violent struggle breaks out, and Jeff and the officer manage to restrain the prisoner. They lock him inside the warehouse, ordering the owner to keep watch, while they leave to handle the body. Once everyone departs, the owner tries to lock the freezer but cannot find a suitable tool. The prisoner notices he carries a hidden secret.
What's in there? What do you got in there?
Shut up.
What is it?
Huh? Shut up.
Come on, you can tell me.
Elsewhere, the injured mother from the family of 3 regains consciousness. Her husband reacts with joy, yet their young son shows no happiness. Jeff returns to room 6 to photograph the crime scene, and this action leads him to a strange discovery. The dead husband clutches a key for room 9, combined with the room 10 key found earlier. Suspicion falls back on the escaped prisoner, yet he could not have been nearby to commit this crime. When he sees the owner wandering outside searching for tools, new doubts form in Jeff's mind. A shout echoes from the warehouse. Everyone hurries over and finds the bound prisoner killed. The motel owner becomes the prime suspect. The police officer notices a room 8 key lying at his feet. The owner attempts to explain himself, but the celebrity's stolen wallet tumbles out during the commotion, worsening his position. When no one believes his story, he grabs Anna and holds her hostage. Anna fights back fiercely. She shouts and shoves him backward. Both stumble and crash to the ground. And a corpse falls out of the freezer. With his secret exposed, the owner bolts outside and climbs into a car he hid in advance, planning to escape. As he speeds out of the motel, disaster strikes. The young boy suddenly steps into the vehicle's path. To protect his son, the father rushes forward and is struck by the car. He does not survive the collision. Jeff ties the owner to a stool and interrogates him. The owner insists he is innocent. He explains he used to work as a debt collector. When he passed this motel, he found the real owner dead inside the office. Guests arrived soon afterward, so he pretended to be the motel keeper and hid the body in the freezer as proof of his story. He only stole the celebrity's wallet once he found her dead. Jeff grows confused about the case. The newlywed wife shares another clue. She spotted a magazine stating that 100 years ago, all indigenous people living here were killed to make way for development. She suggests they might be facing vengeful spirits from the land. The group debates the theory, yet they ultimately dismiss it as absurd speculation. Overcome with sorrow, the young boy walks outside to see his mother. The newlywed wife suddenly thinks of a story about 10 people stranded on an isolated island, bound together by a shared trait. Counting the group here, there are exactly 10 of them. Could they all share some hidden connection? Her words spark an idea for the motel owner. He and Anna are both from the southern region. Anna mentions she plans to leave her old occupation behind, return to her hometown to grow orange trees, and start a new life. Still, these are not the shared trait linking everyone. Suddenly, the police officer discovers the mother from the family of 3 has passed away. The boy hears the noise and walks over, left without both parents. Another strange event unfolds. A room 6 key lies beside the woman's body. Jeff is baffled. She died from the car accident. So why is a numbered key with her? If the sequence follows room 8, 9 and 10, her key should belong to room 7. A realization strikes Jeff. He rushes to examine the father's body, and finds a room 7 key in his pocket. The eerie pattern sends chills down everyone's spine. At this moment, Jeff begins to suspect the police officer is the true killer, clearing the motel owner of suspicion. The newlywed wife is more convinced than ever that supernatural forces are at work. Believing the culprit hides among them, Jeff sends the newlywed woman and the boy away by car. The police officer disagrees. The mastermind has not yet been identified. As they argue, the vehicle carrying the woman and the boy explodes. Everyone scrambles to put out the flames with fire extinguishers, only to encounter another uncanny mystery. No bodies or ashes remain inside the burned car. Shortly after, they discover all the previous bodies have vanished: the crash victim, the prisoner in the warehouse, the newlywed husband, and every trace of blood. The celebrity's remains in the laundry room are gone too. When they rush back to the guest room, the injured mother is nowhere to be found. These strange events make the group revisit the theory of vengeful spirits. Anna leans against the doorframe, breaking down. Her birthday is just 1 week away, and all she wants is to return home. Her comment makes everyone realize the shared connection. The motel owner, the police officer, Jeff, all have birthdays scheduled for the 10th day of next week. They rush to the front desk and pull out registration records. Every guest's birthday is listed as the 10th of next week. Jeff stares at the names, utterly stunned. A lightning strike cuts the power to the entire motel. The police officer and others head out to check the electrical system, leaving Jeff alone with his thoughts. As he reads the guest information, he notices a map. Every person's name corresponds to a place name. A splitting headache overwhelms Jeff, followed by a blinding flash of light. In an instant, he finds himself in a new room. Facing a group of unfamiliar men, among them a doctor and several judges. The doctor hands him a photograph. Jeff claims he does not recognize the person pictured. The doctor tells him the person in the photo is himself. Jeff refuses to believe it, so the doctor holds up a mirror.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck did you do
Try and calm
to
down.
my face?
Try and keep calm.
Where the fuck is my face?
Edward, please.
Jesus Christ, where is my face?
Jeff endured a horrific childhood. His mother worked in the sex industry and repeatedly abused him before abandoning him. To escape the trauma of his youth, Jeff developed dissociative identity disorder. Years prior, one of his alternate personalities killed 6 people, leading to his death sentence. After his arrest, his doctor uncovered his multiple identities and found a diary documenting all his personalities. Some personalities are kind, others evil. The doctor constructed the motel scenario, hoping to eliminate all malicious personalities and leave only Jeff's gentle, sane identity. Under American law, if he succeeds, the judges can reconsider his verdict. Only 10 hours remain before his scheduled execution. Everything hinges on what happens within this mental realm. After understanding the truth, Jeff returns to the imagined motel. The police officer and motel owner are repairing the power switch and need flashlights. Anna climbs into the police car to search for supplies, and stumbles upon a horrific truth. The man wearing the police uniform is actually the prisoner. During transport earlier that day, he attacked and killed the real officer, stole his uniform, and fooled everyone. Anna opens the trunk and finds the real police officer's body. She tries to call the motel owner for help, alerting the imposter. She runs to the warehouse seeking assistance, but he ambushes her. Fortunately, the motel owner arrives and knocks him unconscious. Just as the two prepare to flee, the imposter regains consciousness and fires his gun. The motel owner is killed instantly. Anna manages to escape. Jeff rounds the corner. He understands everything now. He tells Anna to survive, then walks toward the fake police officer. Knowing his deception is exposed, the man opens fire. Jeff does not dodge, ready to face him with no escape. In the end, Jeff defeats the evil personality, yet sustains fatal wounds. Anna rushes to his side, but it is too late. Jeff completes the doctor's goal. He eliminates the remaining malicious personalities, preserving the identity that holds hope for the future. As life slips away, Jeff shares his final wishes with Anna.
I saw you in an orange grove.
Watching Jeff pass away, Anna holds firm to her dream. The next morning, Anna drives the police car away from the motel. You might think the story ends here, but the nightmare has barely begun. Anna's personality gains full control of the body. The doctors convince the judges that all evil personalities have been destroyed, leaving only one stable identity. Under existing legal rules, even though this body committed murders, the individual cannot be held criminally liable in a psychological sense. He is ruled not guilty and transferred to a psychiatric hospital for treatment. On the transport vehicle to the facility, massive changes unfold inside the mental world. Anna arrives at her hometown and fulfills her dream of growing orange trees. On a bright, sunny afternoon, she grabs tools to weed her orchard. While digging, she uncovers a room key. A sense of dread washes over her. It is the key for room 1. Based on the pattern of deaths at the motel, this signals her end is near. She spins around and sees the young boy standing beside her. The boy was involved in every killing at the motel. On that stormy night, he sneaked outside and attacked the celebrity. He slipped into the newlyweds' room and killed the husband by surprise. He murdered the prisoner locked in the warehouse. He stepped into the road deliberately, causing his father's fatal accident. He choked his mother to death. He triggered the car explosion that killed the newlywed woman, then vanished without a trace. The most vicious personality of all is the young boy. He eliminated 7 other personalities single-handedly. Despair crashes over Anna. She realizes there is no escape. As the boy's personality takes over completely, Anna's existence within the mental world comes to an end.
Malcolm? Whores don't
Get a second chance.
The transport vehicle shakes along the road. This concludes the film. A wounded childhood demands a lifetime to heal, while a happy childhood heals a lifetime. This is Changjiang Movie. See you next time.